What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Rochelle, and I am back with another video. Thank you for tuning in, liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are thebomb.com. Well, you know what it is. I don't care what we're doing. If we are traveling, if we are somewhere other than home, which we are, that does not change. We still budget. We still are going to be coming in hot with this cash envelope content, and that's what I have for you today. So in today's video, I want to share with you a payday cash stuffing. We're going to definitely get that done, and we're also going to do a travel budget check-in, because you know me, I have a whole binder dedicated just to travel, and I don't touch any of our regular money. I use only what we have brought with us, and so this is what we live off of, and once it's gone, the fun is over. So if that's something you want to see, then stick around. Okay, first thing is the first thing I want to just say, because I do have some new subscribers. Again, shout out to y'all. I'm over here setting up for a 5,000 subscriber celebration, and you guys already made me hit 5,500 subscribers. Thank you so much. Like, that's crazy. And I apologize if I have not been able to get back to the comments. I'm traveling because my mom is sick, and so we're just trying to stay positive, stay upbeat, stay consistent, all that good stuff. And so I will get back to you, because I don't play about answering every single one of my comments. I don't care how many it is. You all are special to me. Now, some of my most requested comments or questions that I'm getting is, hey, can I get some help with getting on board and starting to use cash envelopes, starting to budget, all that good stuff? Head over to my website, RochelleAdamson.com, to get started. I do have bookings that are opening up later this month. So go ahead, get you a 15 for 15 session, just so we can sit and talk for a few minutes and decide if it's something you want to move forward with. But definitely do that. I am a lifestyle coach. I don't call myself a financial coach because I don't have a background in finance, but I have lived and experienced a lot of things related to money, and I do have some experience with helping you through those moments in life. So if you have a new baby on the way, if you want to buy your first house and you want to improve your credit, if you want to pay off your debt, if you want to grow your credit score, if you want to build your savings, because we're always doing savings challenges, right? Then this is the video for you. Okay, so speaking of savings challenges, let's dive right in and do a savings challenge update, because it's payday. So first up, the first savings challenge that I do is the 0 out challenge. Now I'm going to be talk whispering more than talk yelling in today's video, because we are staying in a nice hotel, and I'm getting some work done for my travel business, which I did not really anticipate, which is kind of awesome. But it's a swanky, a little swanky. So I don't want to wake the neighbors, if you know what I mean. So anyway, the first challenge is the 0 out challenge. Now, for this week, I was able to transfer $1 to my emergency savings account. And so if you have been following me, you know that I put money every week toward the 0 out challenge in order to passively grow our emergency fund to $4,000 by the end of this year. So let me know in the comments, are you doing the 0 out challenge? How much have you saved so far? Let me know how it's going. Next up is the nickel challenge. And so let's see. Actually, you know what? I always lie to y'all and say nickel challenge first. My bad. We're going to do this 26-week money challenge, because this is for people who get paid every 2 weeks. And so I love to share how it's going. Okay, so first off, I've got 500 buckaroos right here. And just know, I already counted it. I know it's right. So there's no need for us to recount it. So let's get set up. For this week, I am not really sure. I'm a little discombobulated. So we're going to just count it and see how much we have. Whoops, 26 week. So I can know what we're doing. Okay, so the 26-week challenge, I should be at about week 14 or 15. I can't remember which one, so let's see what we got. We have 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 20, 40, 60. So we have $360. So that means we are at week 15 and we need to add at least $48 to this chia to stay on track. So I believe in whole numbers. That's just how I am. If I'm ever able to just, bump it up to a whole number or bump it down to a whole number, then that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to do 50 buckaroos. And so, excuse me. And so now that means we should have $410. 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 80, 410. Perfect. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I told you this thing was going to start building up quickly. So we are already at over $400 for the 26-week challenge. So let me know, are you guys doing the 26-week challenge, the 52-week challenge? Let me know how far along you are. Are you having success? Do you feel like you're losing steam? Because, it's like the hardest time of the year to be saving money right now to me. School is still closed for most of us. And, it's vacay season, it's travel season, and just shout out to you guys if you are staying healthy, no matter what you choose to do. I am happy for you guys. Okay. So we did that challenge. Now the other challenge that I want to just briefly mention is the Wednesday weather challenge. I do this once a month and I will be handling this in 2 weeks. In 2 more weeks. I usually handle that at the end of the month. I did restart this challenge and I'm loving it. Highly recommend this challenge. If you are someone that doesn't really know how much you want to save every time you have some income. So if that's your thing and you want to grow your savings, this thing right here is the real deal. Because I was able to save $407 in 2 months without even really trying. So telling you. Okay, next up is the nickel challenge. And so what I've been doing for the nickel challenge is, if you caught my 6-month update savings challenge video, you know where I'm at, for the year. And you know that I am making an attempt to catch up. This is catch up season, okay? Because I kind of did only the low numbers for the nickel challenge so far, but it's time to beef that bad boy up. And so to catch up, we have to do $250 every time we get paid. And so that's what we're going to do right now. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 50. I'm just waking up, y'all. I got to do it one more time just to make sure I got it right. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 50. Yes. Okay. And so what we're doing is we are just adding this in. I already did a bill exchange off camera. And so, I have my big, savings that I usually keep all my nickel challenge money in at home, and I deposited that money since we're, not going to be home for a while. And then when I get back home, I will take that money back out the bank and we will add all of this together with that money. So if you were to stick to this challenge, by the end of the year, you would have saved $3,339.75. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 50. Wow, 550. Okay, I just gotta take a minute. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 plus 550 is 565. So that's how much we have saved so far to add to our nickel challenge money. So let me know, have you guys ever heard of the nickel challenge? It has a few different names. Some people call it the 365-day money challenge, the nickel challenge, the nickel 365. It's whatever. Okay. And so that completes our savings challenge update because we are not doing a monthly challenge for the month of August. I just wanted to focus on traveling, and so that's what we got. Okay, so now what I do with the rest of this money is split it between my immediate cash envelopes that are usually in my wallet. These right here. These are usually in my wallet, but since I am traveling, I don't need this money. This is money that we would use if we were home. But that doesn't mean we stop contributing to it. So that's the life hack, y'all. Even when you're traveling, try to stay focused and hit up an ATM, do whatever you got to do, take a note, write a note down, put it in a savings account, put it somewhere where you won't touch this money, because this is money that you are still contributing to your everyday cash envelopes. And the other thing that I do with this money is I will be putting it in my sinking funds binder. So anyway, let's see what we have left. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. Okay, that's perfect. That is what I wanted to have left. So even if it's, $20, $40, it does not matter. We are contributing to these bad boys. Okay, so first up is personal. Personal has $20. I'm going to add $10. And this is for purchases that I make that are for stores that are not cashless. They have a minimum transaction, and sometimes I'll buy something that costs $3 or $4 and the minimum is $5. So, or you have to use a card. So I just pay cash. So next up is tips. We are going to add $10. Let's see what we have. Tips has $40. Yes, honey. So that's $50 that I am saving to use toward, tipping my DoorDash guy or tipping whenever I pick up some food from a restaurant at home. Again, this is not my travel money. Next up is miscellaneous. It is getting $10. It has $20 in it. Because remember, we did not stuff this with our Magic Month money. So now it has 30. Next up is eating out, which has 50 buckaroos. And we are going to add 20. So that means we have $70. And then groceries has 100. We're going to add 20. So, normally I add 100 every time we get paid, but I am just adding less because we already have the 100 there. And now we're going to focus on our sinking funds. So next up is, these are probably pretty dry because we did take care of some things before we started traveling. So self-care, you're gonna get $20. Next up is health. Health is going to get $10. Oh, that reminds me, I need to pay a daggone bill. Ugh, y'all, I tried to use my health insurance portal to pay my copay, whatever. You see a doctor and you have a little bill for a little bit of change left over. It was a $10 bill. I paid it on the portal of my health insurance, or so I thought. Then the mail has been so jacked. I got my mail like 3 months later and it was like, oh, we sent it to collections because you didn't pay it. I'm like, see, I was so swamped. I should have paid it and then called to make sure they got the payment. Lesson learned. But anyway, $50 is what I have left in here. And the other thing that kind of grinds my gears is when I go to the doctor, I'm coming, what procedures or whatever I'm getting done that needs to be billed out or, sent to insurance. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But how come they can't tell you what your estimated bill is going to be? Like, why can't I pay it that day? That kind of just gets on my nerves. And the only reason I say that is because when I travel to other countries, they pay their bills. Like, I remember, my in-laws went to the doctor and they got, they wanted to see the dentist and they paid. And he was like, okay, your work is done. Your bill is $50. And they just paid the $50. So I'm like, why can't we just do that here? Why do we have to wait, kill a tree, send a bill in the mail, wait 2 weeks, get it lost in the mail? You get my drift. Anyway, next up is beauty. We know we need this for our hair appointments. So we're going to add $20 because, let's see, E just got her hair done. I got my sister locks. And my first retie or maintenance appointment is included. So I don't have to pay for that. So that should give me another 4 to 6 weeks to save up for our next hairstyles and maintenance session. So we'll work on that later. Next up is E. She has $60 left. We are going to add 20 more to make 80. And she actually, with her grandparents, both sets of her grandparents took her shopping. And they were like, what does she need? I said clothes, shoes, underwear, bras, everything you can think of. And so I told them to get it in, I told one set to get one size and the other set to get another size, because you see where I'm going with that. Okay, next up is Mike. He also has 60, so we will give him 20. He now has 80. Next up is me. I have 20. I'll give myself the 20 so that I can build this up. I actually have to go shopping today because one of my friends is taking me out and I did not pack like a dressy enough dress. The restaurant has a dress code. I'm like, oh, I hate that. You know, how many times do you pack for travel and you're like, I don't need to be taking all this dressy stuff. All right, next is House and Hygiene. It's getting 10, so it will have 30. Okay, next up is excuse me. Next up is Louis, and it has 40. I'm gonna leave it like that because I don't need to add to it. I used what I needed to use from it. Video on that coming soon. And then last but not least is Fun Money. I never added to it, y'all. So we're gonna show it some love. It has $10 now. Okay, so that is our cash envelope, cash stuffing. And so now let's talk about the travel. Okay. So if you want to know how we are able to pull off paying for everything for travel without having to reach into our payday money, it's budget check-ins like this. This is how we make it happen. So I have been saving and adding to this binder for over 1 year, knowing that we were going to be traveling to check on my mom. And so we have been living out off of this binder. And basically, just the disclaimer, this binder does not pay for hotel costs, flights, or what's the other thing? Car rentals. But it does cover gas for the car rentals, stuff like that. Okay, so here is my list. I knew that at the start of this trip, I had a total of $1,160 that I had put to the side for Be More only. Now I also have another note on the other side that says that I have $240 for Texas, and that is our layover state. So we're going to hit Texas coming, which we did, and Texas on the way out to head back to Hawaii. So this is all the money that we have to spend on food, entertainment, gas for our car rental, gifts for my nephews, or if I want to just buy them something. This is what we got to work with. And then these are my other 3 travel sinking funds, which just have a little bit of money because I have not added to them in a long time. I was more focused about Be More and Texas. Okay, so anyway, we're going to count it up and see how much we have now. Okay, so I'm pretty excited to do this check-in because we have been spendy. Okay, so first up is airports. Airports had $50. It now has 20. I always write it down so I know what we're working with. Next up is tips. We've been doing pretty good with tips. Oh no, okay, I'll tell you about this. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so we have $22 left in tips, and that is because I had $170 in here, but I had a planned purchase for that, so don't worry. I have a friend who actually this is the same friend. She's taking us out on a limo ride, and I wanted to contribute something. I knew she was going to pay for it, but I wanted to give her some money, so I gave her some money from out of this to contribute to it, and I also took some money out and moved it to a different category. You'll see. It's a method to my madness. But that's the beauty of being inside this travel binder. Just because you start out with money in one category doesn't mean you can't move stuff around. So, boom. Next up is eating out. Eating out had $150 and it now has 20. I just used this money yesterday to take my in-laws out for drinks. Were those drinks good, boo? At the bar we went to last night here? Mike? Okay, nice. He put his headphones on. So yeah, I like to do that once every trip. And so at least I feel like parents are a blessing to still have in your life. They are retired, living their best life in Mexico. And I don't know if I mentioned it enough, but my mother-in-law has a YouTube channel and her name is Mama Jenny's Mexican Journey. Mama Jenny's Mexican Journey. And she is living her best life, traveling, living, doing all the things. And so I just don't believe in them reaching in their pockets when they with me. I feel like I should be able to dote on mama and papa. Same thing for my parents. I also did some stuff for my parents. Next up is this excursions, which had $50 and now has $0. And this is money that I used for my parents. My dad had a charger that was going bad. We got him a new one. Just little stuff that, parents are always saying, oh, I need to get a new one. And they're using it and it's all raggedy and busted up. I'm like, come on now, y'all. Okay, next up is travel miscellaneous. It had 100, now it has 20. We are at I forgot to mention, I'm supposed to be taking this money out, y'all. Why y'all remind me about that? But anyway, I can tell you guys, I forgot to mention that this, we are pretty much at the end of our Baltimore trip, which is so sad. So, it is what it is. So that's why there's so little money left. So I literally, like I said, just yesterday spent $130 here. And I gave my friend, some money towards the limo here just a couple of days ago because I knew okay, the trip is winding down. It's okay for me to blow some money on one or two things. And that feels really good to be able to do. I could have saved that money and brought it back home or deposited it and put it into, put it on our mortgage. But this is literally Micah and I, this is our thing. Travel is our thing. And so, I enjoy Louis Vuitton. That is my splurge. And we have a Tesla, which overall saves us money. And then we travel. That's it. You don't see a lot of other action on this channel. And we actually consider ourselves to be kind of boring. Next up is actually travels, which also has 20. So remember, I didn't think I would reach in this category, but I actually had some business. I had some customers, so I had to, do a little business lunch. Next up is gas. I already know it had 100 and it now has 50 because my parents actually gave us one of their cars to use while we're here, put me on insurance, both of us on the insurance and everything. I'm avoiding having to pay for a rental car, which is just amazing. So between our Texas rental car and using my parents' car here, I've used $50 worth of gas and I have 50 left. So far we're doing great. Gifts had $50, but we bought all the gifts for everybody. So now they have $0. In fact, when my husband and I were cleaning out our room in our primary residence in Maryland, we found some pesos. So I didn't want that to go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. How about I'm still forgetting to pull out all the money? Get into it. The world, Rochelle. Okay, at least okay. We gonna leave the pesos where they be. All right, and then we're just going to, these are my location-based cash envelopes. We're just going to include Baltimore in this count. We're not going to include these. And so Be More had $440. And now it's winding on down to $20, $40, $60, $80 left, y'all. And like I said, there's not much time left here, so it's okay. It's all right. So let's count all this up. I'm excited. Let's see how much we have left. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60. So 160 plus 50 is 210. Be more. 210, 215, 220, 225, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. $232 left. I'm happy with that. Our trip is pretty much, like I said, over. I've already prepaid for the things that I know that I had to pay for. And I have, just a couple more days here. And the days that I have left, everybody has already told me, I got you. You are not reaching in your pocket. And so I can, and I don't want to use any of this money. I could technically, I need to buy a dress, but I'll probably take it out of my sinking fund money. So anyway, I'll put this back off camera. So we have Wow. Did I just forget how much I had that quick? Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I was so excited. Okay, so we know this was 210, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Let me hurry up and write it down. $232. And I also should have mentioned that this was a 2.5 week trip. So that is everything we have spent for this trip. Now let's talk about Texas, which equates out to about 1 week total. And so we started with $240. And I figure, if we link up with my sister, we should be good. And also I had a gift from my uncle, which really, really helped. Catch my previous video rather, where I talked about that. That was amazing. So I haven't really had to get low on funds. So I have $200 left for Texas. And like I said, so we'll have half of a week to stay there. That is lit. Yes. Okay, so I will just, put all of this back. I will put my money, so just for the purposes of making things easier, I know this is another question I get. I do not carry this around. I don't. When I know I need money, I pull from each category for whatever categories I think I'm going to need for the day. And so, then I'll leave the rest here and I'll keep it in the hotel safe. So, I know I won't need gas. I know I won't need gas. I can put this money back in there. And then the rest of this, just to make it easier, I keep in my Be More cash envelope, and this goes in my wallet with me. And because I'm tracking it, I know how much, when it's time, when this trip is over, I know how much is left in each category. So that's what we got going on. Okay, well, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all so much. I will be back in my next video to share my budget for this paycheck for our family of 3, and let you know how we are spending that money, how we're saving it. We are continuing to stash that cash all summer long, and so I can't wait to share that with y'all. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace, love, and budgets.